Hey guys, it's Naka from Subwuffer Entertainment Treehouse with a special Christmas video. I am here in Sega GT Online, a little bit modified version of Sega GT Online, to show off a hidden Christmas track that was really only seen on official Xbox Magazine's demo disc number 14, which came out around December 2002, January 2003. I am joined here by a few guests. Would you guys care to introduce yourselves?
Hello, my name is Thunder from HGCentral, and this is basically a little special video that he's just mentioned. Can't really think of too much else of a clever intro, so hello.
Nice going.
That
This
works.
is Racer.
Wow.
This is Racer. Ah! This is RacerXNFS. Hello there.
And
Get
I will
to
have
the
links
point.
to their Twitch channels and their Twitter profiles in the description down below because, hey, they're guests. We always do that when we have a guest on.
How
And-
kind.
And because, like I said, this is a bit of a special modded edition of Sega GT Online, thank you to GTP Zen, or just Zen. It's not fully complete, and I'll go, like, when it comes out, I'll probably do a showcase on it, but, there were some hidden cars, and we're gonna take one of the, like, slower hidden cars. Not necessarily slower, but, you know, you'll be able to enjoy the sights and sounds more. BMW 2002 Turbo. Hidden in the game files, like, there's actually 3 BMWs, but that's another story for another time. But, there's 3 BMWs hidden in the game files, and I chose probably, well, it is the oldest one. But, as you can tell, like, in just the course select menu, Green Castle Pass, both the, like, little track previews are the same. And, well, there was never really a track preview for the Christmas track. But, let's go put these on normal, 2 laps, and, let's just jump right in.
I'd also like to go ahead and point out the nature of the in-development car, the 2002 that we're using here, the Mazda RX-7 Icon, and I believe it said it was a 1991 model year.
I think so. Oh, man. I might not win. Maybe not. I don't know. The AI is weird in this game.
The AI, no, you might be fine. The AI always initially gets a bit of a boost from the start, and then as the race goes on, they progressively slow down.
It's a race of the Christmas presents. Who will get there before Santa?
It's a 2-lap race. But, it's still got, you know, the other tracks, I forget what logo that is, but it's like an Angry Bird before Angry Birds, but it's got a Santa hat on. There's candy canes lighting the racetrack Armco barriers. You know, it's got holiday lights. You know, it's just a general feel-good demo.
It's just
I remember that word from somewhere, but I can't remember where. I think that was an aftermarket car company.
Yeah, well, car part. Not just,
Yeah, exactly.
God, it's weird to see Sega GT 2002 signs in Sega GT Online, even though they're not that different, but they are very different.
Yeah, it's just kind of a sign that, like, the track really was just meant to be for the demo. They never really had any plans to have it for anything else.
Mm-hmm.
What I kind of wish they did was something similar to, for example, the Simpsons Hit and Run, where if you play the game on Christmas Day, it replaces the Green Castle Pass track with this.
Yeah. No, that'd be nice.
They also could have theoretically made it an online exclusive event. Remember, this is Sega GT Online, and there was a lot of, like, online intended content for people who were playing the game over Xbox Live. It could have been an event course that was added in through a post-launch patch or something. I wish they had done that.
Some people did discover, like, there were some online events, download events that people came across, but the problem is no one knows how to get them to execute simply because, well, the online doesn't work anymore.
And by some people, do you just mean Zen?
No,
Or
this actually wasn't Zen. It was someone who had the files on their Xbox.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, someone who actually played the game online. There's an old-ass review of someone who played it years ago that I watched, and he was explaining about things about the online and everything, how it was lag was always a prevalent issue with the game, and that leaderboard times could often be abused because of wall riding techniques.
Oof.
Yeah, and that people eventually discovered how to duplicate and exploit the online exclusive cars when you won them, so they could be given to other people.
I find the lag thing a little bit funny because I've seen some people playing Sega GT Online through NetPlay, stuff
X-Link
like
Kai.
Exactly, and it's
I was a part of one of those sessions.
Yeah, I know you were, and so was Thunder, and so was Max, aka Test Drive, and it was just cars vibrating everywhere.
And Zero.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, that game has always been very weird with that. It's kind of a bummer, but oh well.
But, you know, the car was unfinished, you know, it doesn't have, like, a placeholder mod. The engine stats are kind of broken, and it just says BMW _ 2002 Turbo.
Yep.
The mod is still very much in development, but I was talking to Zen about this. In fact, I volunteered to help him out a little bit. Once the mod is complete, their cars are going to have proper descriptions written under each one of them, and I'm supposed to be the ones writing the descriptions for that.
Mhm.
So.
The cars will also have their names listed correctly too, so it won't be like BMW _ 2002 Turbo. It'll be spaced out properly and capitalized where needed.
It also won't be fraught with spelling errors and unusual ways to pronounce words, like hint hint, something with 4 turbos.
But that is for another video.
That is for another video. But
it is still amusing though, and yes, for those watching, I have tested this myself. I was the original test bench, and then I gave it to RKD.
Mhm.
Well, Zen did technically, but
Okay, I gotta say though, like
the replays are
spending all
broken
our-
on this track.
Yeah, I wonder why. It's certainly not because there's no camera placement anywhere. Like, they didn't transfer over the camera angles.
no,
Or that could have been
definitely.
done to the mod or something, but
I would say that an easier way is to just change camera type to get a better view on the cars.
I don't know why you weren't doing that in the first place, honestly. Although I will... Oh! Cars just running around everywhere.
Yeah.
I will say, this is a very nicely done course. I like the fireworks. I like the candy canes and Christmas lights. Although, if I'm going to be honest, I think it was a bit of a missed opportunity with this. I know it's supposed to have a different weather condition than normal. It's got that sunset. I don't think that's in the original game.
I think it's a reused skybox from one of the other tracks that's based on, like, the front straightaway of Green Castle Pass. Standing Night Speedway. There we go.
It's
I think
also
that
worth
skybox.
It's also worth noting, by the way, for those curious, that if you've seen my video of the Christmas demo a year ago, that this track has an exclusive like music track that this track always searches for when it's loaded. And in Sega GT Online, that track is not in the files. So if you were to try to load the track without that song, the game would just crash.
Which means that if I'm not mistaken, you had to custom inject the song into your copy of the game, didn't you?
Yep, I had to load it. I had to load it in the files through FTP.
Yep,
There
you have
you
to
go.
add it into the thing, and then once you've done that, the game will just play the song and it'll load just fine.
Yep.
Right. But back onto the point I was originally trying to make here, I feel like there's a lost opportunity with the lighting of this course. Like, the sunset's nice, but imagine this in the middle of the night. You have all the glowing candy canes and the strips of lights along the Armco, and the fireworks and signs going off.
They should have
That
done
would
it
be
where it's
fun.
like it's nighttime and then they had like a bit of snowfall.
Bit of snow and Santa.
Here's the thing, though. If they wanted snow, they probably could have used the... Because there is that snow course. There is that nighttime snow course.
Oh, I can show you. Speaking of that snow course, I was actually going to show something that was exclusive to the demo, and I think I'll do that now.
Oh, boy.
The ground effect AKIO.
Oh man, it's the blank 2002.
Yeah. Apparently,
Wait a second.
it can be light tuned, but I'm just going to leave it stock because it's crazy as it is.
Believe we can. Thanks to Zen, we can like tune that thing to like a ridiculous pace, and trust me, it doesn't need to be.
It does not need to be tuned that much, but
I mean, if you want something utterly game-breaking...
Yeah, it's pretty game-breaking, but what's also game-breaking is that in the quick race menu, you can, select your car. You could pick any of the courses except for, like, the Burning Drag Strip, which is the drag strip. It's normally career only. You can go to
Drag strip. The drag strip was replaced by the Christmas track for this.
That makes sense. But, have you ever wondered what it would be like to take a theoretical concept hypercar, that's really what this is, and take it up a snowy mountain? I'm not going to do the whole thing, just a little bit.
That's Snowy Mountain, that's the original Sega GT.
Yeah. Well, White
was
Steps.
This not an online?
No.
My bad. He said a Snowy Mountain. I didn't.
No, I'll try to explain it a little better since Arcady kind of missed it. Basically, what he's trying to show off is the mod also removes the restriction of certain vehicles, aka not four-wheel drive vehicles, from being able to do White Steps. Basically made it so any vehicle can go on White Steps.
Well, it's not just four-wheel drive vehicles that were only allowed on White Steps. It was also certain FR and FF cars too, or just rear-wheel drive and front-wheel drive cars. I do remember.
Well, nonetheless, it removed the limitations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this thing's not very easy to drive in the ice and snow. But
not enough ground effect.
I can't. I'm trying to get it over 100 miles an hour, but it keeps spitting out. All right, I've got a long enough straightaway, and it does have active aero, which for 2002, 2003, that's pretty innovative. Because you have to remember, this isn't the age of every Forza game's got active aero. Gran Turismo, GT3 was the main competitor at the time, and
they just didn't have a car that had active aero, any sort of active aero.
Mm-hmm.
You're mentioning about groundbreaking as in the idea of a car having active aero.
Well, I mean, at the time, like in a video game at the time,
there were some cars that had active aero around the time. I don't. What I agree, yeah, most games didn't really utilize it, and yeah, this car does not like this track whatsoever.
No, it does not. That's why I have stopped. But carried over from the demo, from the Christmas demo edition, the Christmas drive, or whatever it's called, is the little blurb it has. The AKIO uses what they call the ground effect system, which directs the fumes of the rear exhaust to the air around the lower chassis, which sucks the body down to the ground. Where have you heard that before? Where have you seen that in action? The Chaparral.
That kind of sounds like... Thanks.
Sorry.
Like, it kind of sounds like science fiction. The Chaparral didn't use the exhaust to suck the vehicle down onto the ground. It used a pair of fans and what was more or less a leaf blower engine or something of the like to suck out the air under the vehicle. This, I don't know, it doesn't really seem to make much sense using the exhaust to suck the car down, because you're putting
it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Sorry for cutting you off.
It sounds more like a sort of science fiction thing, because see, direct the fumes of the rear exhaust to the air around the lower chassis. Now, the only way I could see that working is if you were using that to blow out the air at high speed, creating a vacuum effect. And I don't really know if that's possible in that sort of sense, at least enough to give it a ton of downforce.
Yeah.
Theoretically, mate.
But yeah, there you go.
Yep, that's pretty much it for the GTP, for the modded version of Sega GT Online. For now, once it has been, completed, it might take a while, so just be patient with it, please. Don't rush people, that's bad. But, yeah, that is it for the little Christmas bonus episode of Subwuffer Entertainment Treehouse. Even though it's not really a podcast, it's a little bit more of a showcase Let's Play. But we will, or at least I will, see you guys in the upcoming season. Would my guests care to say anything else?
Happy holidays.
I hope you all have a great holiday time. Spend it with family, spend it with friends. Just get out there, make it a holiday.
Just go out there and have fun. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Cheers, kids.